There we go.
Perfect.
Let's see. Let's see if we get it all together here.
Yes, we have it now. We have it now.
Okay. Hi, Candace. How are you?
Hi, Nadine. How are you?
I am great and winning with God.
Yes.
All right.
It looks like you just signed in twice, so I'm going to remove the other one for you.
Wait. It's right. It's right. I have a
Okay.
guest that's watching on the other one.
Oh, perfect. Okay. We won't touch that.
Yes.
And then Jeanette, I'll just wait for you to tell me to start again.
Yes, go ahead. We're all set.
All right, perfect. So welcome everyone to our second annual Juneteenth United Way celebration. This year we've gone all virtual. So this is a virtual Juneteenth experience. So we're so happy to have you all join us today and this week. My name is Candace Cardulis, and I am the Quality Assurance Program Coordinator for the HHS Department for United Way. And today I am so pleased to welcome our guest speaker, Nadine Michelle, to talk with us today on freedom and finance. As you know, our topic for this year, our theme this year for Juneteenth is all about embracing freedom holistically. So welcome, Nadine Michelle.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
A little background from Nadine Michelle. She's sought after millennial and Gen Z keynote speaker and mentor. Nadine, we're going to go through and ask her a ton of different questions. She's also the creator for the Money Talk Monday show. She has such an interesting background. She has found a specific niche to merge finance and entertainment together. So again, we are so pleased to have you. Welcome, Nadine.
Thank you so much. We're gonna have fun.
Oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun today. Everyone, the chat room is available. So if you want to put any comments there, we also have a Q&A session, which is a little different than yesterday's session. So please feel free to write in the chat. Right. So Nadine, to kick us off, just want to start to get to know you. Again, this is a Juneteenth celebration. So we have a few questions we want to ask before your presentation for us when you educate us and teach us. So the first question that we have is, please tell us about why you chose to educate the community on financial literacy.
It's funny you asked that, Candace, because a long time ago, on my way to go to college, there were people on campus to have college students apply for credit cards. And guess what? That was the first thing I did once I got to campus. How was I going to pay for this credit card when I'm a freshman in college? So I got approved for a credit card. I used the credit card, went over my limit, and guess what? I was in debt in my first year in college. And once I learned how to get myself out of that situation after going to collection and getting that cleared out, I learned the proper ways to clear my credit so I wouldn't have that experience for myself. And I also shared my experiences with my friends and my family.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And that is so true. Especially going to college, you know, they don't teach us that in school. It's really not. Yeah, it's not something that you learn throughout our years. And it's not really something that's offered in college.
No, it isn't. And there's a reason for that, because in college and in schools, they only show you the proper ways to be professional, like taking reading classes, taking, criminal justice classes. So you could be someone important in the community. They show you the proper ways to be a professional so you can always be an employee. They're not teaching you entrepreneurial skills. They're not teaching you about finance, because credit is created for us to be in debt. That's how they make their money. So
that is true. I've seen the interest rate on credit cards most recently. Some are up to 28, 27%. It's
and they're only
really
going
high.
higher, up to 34.99%. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, well, we're happy that you're in the realm of financial literacy and spreading the word. So our second question for you, I've known you for a long time, Snidine, so I know your background. Snidine, you're originally from Haiti. You were born there, but you were raised right here. So I would say Haitian American.
Yes,
You
indeed.
will, okay. And so tell us, because that's so unique, tell us how Juneteenth impacts you and your Haitian culture. Where's the
Yeah.
connection there?
Oh, this is so important. And I embrace the celebration of Juneteenth because with me, as you said, we're Haitian. So I came from a third world country and I was gifted the opportunity to come to America. This is the land of opportunity. So my parents, my Haitian parents, instilled in us that we came to America. They made the sacrifice for us to migrate here. And they said education is the best form of freedom that we have. And with that being said, I took my education seriously. I learned about money because I made a lot of mistakes, as we all did. And this is why I'm here today to share with you guys some of the steps that I took in order to clear myself, how this financial freedom can assist you in your household today. The Juneteenth is very important to us because we know that Black people were discriminated. We don't have the financial advancement that most other cultures have. We have been crippled in many ways. And even now today, with the chances that we have, thankfully, we are able to be in leadership positions thanks to Juneteenth and everything else. We are able to provide for our families. We are leaders in our household. And also now, women are going after
Right.
and making the money and being independent. It's great to be independent as women, but sometimes it's good to be dependent to on a man, okay?
Right.
We don't always have to be independent, but the Juneteenth gives us the ability to have the freedom and equal opportunity, just like everybody else. Granted, the Blacks here in America, we made this country, okay?
Mhm.
We are due a lot. We are
Right.
due a lot of money. And
Mhm.
I wish that there was some repairs and money coming back to us, but we're going to do our best to be here to celebrate Juneteenth, the freedom and celebration of our Black culture.
Absolutely. You said you had so many great points there, Snidine. I mean, look at us, two African
Look
Americans
at us.
right
Look
now
at us. Candace.
having a conversation. So
Right. Full
I think
circle.
yep, that is so special. That is so special. So again, based on your vast, background, your special niche of finance and entertainment, I really want to hear more about your Money Monday talk show, and your experience on platforms such as Hot 97, and being a contributor for the magazine Entrepreneur. So I want to hear about that experience. How does that tie into to financial literacy?
Okay, that is so funny you said that. Okay, so when it started, actually, I started the Money Talk Monday in March of 2020 when the pandemic first
Wow.
started. So everybody was home and we were saying, you know what? I was saying to myself, how can I share my financial tips with the masses? Because a lot of people are home and now people are able to pay attention, not to be crippled too with their finances, because nobody was working unless they, had to really be an essential worker. But how
Right.
about the others that are not essential workers? How are they able to get some tips? So I created the Money Talk Monday show on a Monday. And
Perfect.
it's perfect because people are home and they tuned in. They were like very engaged and engaging, and they were asking questions. Their answers were being answered. And I felt my community building with that. So with that, someone saw me and they said, I have a way that you could get into Entrepreneur Magazine. Come and follow me. And they were on Facebook too. And I said, okay, let me follow the steps. And they showed me how I could be a contributor for Entrepreneur, how I could submit for, writing skills so people could read some articles. Some articles get approved and some don't. because they want to focus more now on celebrity juicy topics, celebrity juicy gossip, and interesting educational tips as well. And other platforms too, like the Hot 97s, they were actually shared from our friends and the people, one of our co-hosts, Loria Lucci, shout out to you, because she was the one who connected us with Hot 97 because she was an intern there. And she said to one of the DJs, I know the executive producer and the creator of the Youth Empowerment Show, give them an interview to get on. That's how we were able to get on to Hot 97 and share our word with the youth there for our Youth Empowerment Show.
That is amazing. So what type of topics did you talk with Hot 97, or did you bring to the Entrepreneur magazine?
Oh, yes. Well, with the Hot 97, we talked about actually Christians being in the entertainment business, because people were, Christians in the entertainment, it's a different niche, because people are always talking about different things in entertainment, how bad it is, how bad Hollywood is. But if you have strong faith, you can bring whatever you have to the entertainment world, spin it, make it your own, impact others, and also entertain at the same time. And with Entrepreneur, I was giving them financial tips. Some get approved and some do not. So that's the experience there with Entrepreneur.
That is amazing. We have so many different panelists this week, and one of the themes with each of our panelists, or our speakers, is that they are so diverse in their professional backgrounds. No one person has just all their fish in one basket per se. Their net is casted very wide. So you've gone from Youth Empowerment Show to your own money talk show to contributing for entrepreneurship. And I have a question for you, because this is one thing you guys didn't see the background of, like, preparing for this workshop today. I left out the mom in her title, in Snydene's title. So her title is Millennial Mom Money Magnet. Correct, Snydene? Got that right? Right. And I left out the mom part. Well, Snydene is a mother of two. So Snydene, I have to ask you, being a mom of three, how are you getting all of this accomplished? How are you doing it all?
I was going to ask you the same, because we were tied at two, and then now you got three. It is all about delegation. You have to delegate things out, because as women, we want to do it all. Well, we all have 24 hours in a day, right? How are we going to do it all? To be entrepreneur, to be moms, to do household chores, to be present in our relationships. How can we do that if we don't ask for help? That's the problem that us women have. We always want to do it all and feel like we're superwoman, putting that cape on. And guess what? Some days I say to myself, I didn't ask to be a superwoman. I want to be lazy. How about that? I don't want to do it all. So what I do is I ask for help. Listen, can you pick up my kids? Can you drop off my kid? I have to do laundry. I have to cook. I have to clean the house. I have to prepare for this presentation with my designer team. Okay. It takes delegation. I ask for help. Thank God I am so blessed to have my mom. You know my mom, Candace. Yes. She is just everything.
Wonderful woman.
Thank you. And without her, I cannot show up to perform. So all the glory be to God for her helping me. I got my family. They are my circle, and I trust them with my kids, so I can lay my hair down and be present and perform. So that's what I do. I ask for help and I delegate.
I like that, delegate. One of something that we've been advocating here at United Way of Connecticut is our ALICE program, which is the child tax rebate. And so how have you been able to successfully stabilize yourself financially with your kids? Because this is something that has been on the topic of conversation. United Way has really strongly pushed for, ALICE Saves, to make sure that families, middle class working families with our children are able to survive in this ever-changing climate financially. So do you have any tips or any practices that you have been doing successfully to keep yourself and your family afloat?
Yes. One, I had invested in stocks, because when you invest in stock, I invest in stocks and I get paid out dividends. So I have a broad portfolio on different companies that I invest in, and every single month I'm able to get payouts. And when those companies make those profits with dividends, I get paid and I share those profits with my girls, with my family. And another way that I also do, spread the funds is different family contributions. When my family gives my kids money, I put it into their accounts and I make sure that anything that they need, they're able to get. If it's snack money, because kids, they love, to go to like little McDonald's or get pizzas. So once or twice a week, I delegate a little bit of their funds to fast food. I don't like to give them fast food that much because I prefer for them to have home cooked meals in my household where I can cook for them and make sure that it's really healthy for them. But at the same time, as moms, we can't do it all. We cannot cook every single day. So I try to have a balance. It's all about a balancing act. So that's what I do. I make sure that I budget their funds. If
Ooh,
they
that
have,
5-letter word.
I
Nobody
know
likes
that
it.
B word, right? That B word that people cringe at, budget. And that's how I've been able to get by for them and with that.
That is awesome. And
Mhm.
we have some people talking about it in our chat, actually.
Yes, I see the chat and I want to answer all their questions soon too.
Yeah, it looks like George Brick said that he was thinking about doing a custodial investment account for his daughter.
Oh, that's a great idea. And you should do it as soon as possible. Do not wait. Do it now, do it now, do it now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're at the part, Smiley, where educate us. Like you've already educated us through these questions, but educate us some more. We want to hear about your financial tips. We want to hear what you have for us. Pour into us today and talk to us about the freedom of finance.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited. Do I have permission to do the slides?
You sure do.
Let's see if I can open up my screen. Let's see, how many people do we have here?
Let's see, it says 40 participants right now.
How many do we have?
It says 40 participants right now.
I cannot see that. Okay, wonderful. That is great. If you guys are following right now, can I insert this really quick? If they are also following, I would like for them to give me a follow on Instagram. I know people can multitask. I'm putting up my stuff there, and I know we'll do it at the end too. But for those that are taking a quick lunch break, we want to be considerate of them, because if they have to go, if they have to run, let's put that out there really quick, because at the end, guys, I'm going to have a treat for you, and it's going to be the S formula. We're going to get into that. But before we do, I just wanted to see if we could stay in contact. Reach out to me, take a screenshot, say, hey, I was in this workshop today, and connect with me, because I love connecting with people. And I feel now I have to do it more so because we lost 2 years of connecting with people. There's nothing like the human connection, right? Face-to-face contact. So reach out to me and let's chat. All right. Let's see if I could do the share. I know we have a few minutes and I can't wait to answer any questions that you guys may have at the end. All right.
And then we do have one question here
Okay.
while you're doing your share from Troy. Said many will indicate that they don't have the funds to invest. What advice do you have for those who may be living from paycheck to paycheck? Or is this something that's in your presentation already? Should we circle back?
I can answer Troy right now. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. The honest truth is about 80% of Americans right now are already working and living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. So if you are in that situation, do not beat yourself up. Extend yourself grace for your family. Even if you are living paycheck to paycheck, you can take out $20 out of your paycheck and say, hey, you delegate to your money, say, money, I'm going to tell you what to do. Just like a child, right? You are in charge and you say, this $20, I'm going to invest this. You can invest in any of the platforms. My personal favorite is Cash App investing. right on your Cash App, when you're sending other people money or receiving money, you can go into the investment portion and say, hey, I like fast food, I like technology, and you can invest and be a stakeholder with a slice. You could own a slice of the company by investing $20, by investing $40. If you only have $40 today, next week or the following week, when you get paid, add another $20, another $40. And you're gonna see by the end of 3 months or 6 months, you could get a portion of the dividends paid out back to you. So yes, exactly, Troy. Cash App investing, that's correct. You can do whatever investing. Some people can do $5, add more next time. There's ways for you to invest. Do not give yourself any excuse not to plan for your future and for your kids' future as well. That's my answer.
I like that. Cash App investing. I've never tried Cash App investing. I've
Yeah,
used
it's there.
platforms such as Robinhood. Right.
Robinhood too.
Or-
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Now I'm gonna look into Cash App investing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I am trying to get this one up.
Okay.
The share screen. Okay, let's see if it's there.
Did anyone else have any questions? We'll put it in the chat.
I have it up here. I don't know why it's not going up. 1 second, guys. This is what I love about technology.
Technology, right?
We have to learn everything, right?
We do.
So
It should be right on the middle of your screen, the share screen button on the bottom.
it's there.
green. Okay.
And
I have my presentation. It's up on my screen here. Hold on, let me go back here.
I just made you a co-host, so that should help it.
Okay, well, do you guys see the screen there?
Yep,
there
we
you
do
go.
now. Yes.
Okay, you
There it
do,
is.
okay. So let's see. Okay, let me see if I can minimize this from the left. Let's see.
And I do
Someone-
think we
Help
have
me out.
another. I think we have another question here. Let me
Sure,
find it.
okay.
There's a comment here, definitely interested in Cash App investing. I know what I'll be getting into on lunch. That's
Okay.
awesome.
Awesome.
And then we have another question where is college students taking credit cards? What advice do you have for those college students?
Okay, so for those college students, please pace yourself when you're charging those cards. If you can do a little bit over than the minimal that they're asking you to pay, then do so. If you also can pay 2 times for minimal, that will also boost up your credit scores. You will do yourself justice by doing that. And you will also soon get even more offers that can help you in your future. And you can also negotiate your APR rates.
That is awesome. And then
Yes.
it looks like someone asked what made her decide to help others with financial literacy. If you're just joining us, my dean went over that question a little earlier, but I'm sure she can summarize quickly for us.
Yes, I want to say I got into financial literacy because I got myself into trouble. So I had to learn how to get myself out. And once I learned how to master that, I was able to get more serious with my finances and also teach what I know.
I have a question about custodial account. Okay. And then there's one more question, or we can save that question for, are you ready for your presentation?
I am ready for the presentation. I know we have about half hour, so let's make it juicy.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
I'm gonna minimize my screen so we could do this, okay? And all right, so you guys can see the full screen, is that correct?
Yeah, we can see the PowerPoint.
Okay, and if you can see the PowerPoint, our visitors, thank you so much for all the participants for being here. If you can see it, please type in the chat that you can. Yes, Kevin, Dominique, yes. Okay, all right, we're gonna get started. Okay, good, Samantha, hello. Shaina Jones, Eleanor, thank you. Okay, it's confirmed. Catherine. All right, we're gonna get started, Monica, great. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right, so Juneteenth, we are here today to talk about Juneteenth and the celebration from the past, present, and future. So here's the table of contents. So we're going to talk a little bit about how did Juneteenth begin, how it is celebrated, the future in America. You're going to learn a little bit more about me as your speaker today. We're going to talk about financial literacy and what is that exactly, right? Because we're hearing that a lot, but what exactly is it? We're going to also talk about the top 3 financial literacy principles and also ways that you guys can get in touch with me if you'd like to learn more, all right? So here's a brief review on why we are here today. We are here to talk about Juneteenth and the celebration. So going way back into time, we were told that these events happened. So how did Juneteenth begin? So here's a little brief bio. On June 19th, 1865, about 2 months after the Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered at Appomattox, Virginia, Union Major General Gordon Granger led the U.S. troops to Galveston, Texas in 1865, it's him right there, to make sure that all the slaves were freed indeed, okay? They technically already had been freed for 2.5 years prior when President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. Can you imagine if you were a slave and you were working 2.5 more years for free? Wouldn't you have felt some type of way? Yes. Now in America, we're working overtime, maybe 2 hours, and if we're not getting paid, we get upset like, well, I worked overtime 2 hours, okay? You gotta pay me. So can you imagine 2.5 years of free labor? This is what I'm talking about, that Blacks are owed so much. Yeah, reparations, yes, indeed. So how did Juneteenth begin? And I hope you guys like the images that I'm giving. Yes. Okay, all this Black energy, I love it. Okay, so Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021 after the US Congress passed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, thanks to President Joe Biden, who made sure that this happened. Juneteenth is the true beginning of the end, also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, and Emancipation Day. So here is a brief review as to why we are here celebrating Juneteenth. Why is this so important and significant to Black folks? Because this is the real breaking of the chains. Like Blacks were really chained up, you know, treated like animals. And now we are liberated. Okay. All right. So we'll talk a little bit now about the past and the present, because we're going to go way back. We're going to talk about the present and also what's happening in the future. So while slavery had officially ended, racial inequality, oppression, and terror had not. Okay? Had not. It wasn't until Juneteenth, 2021, it became the federal holiday. Today, Juneteenth holds profound significance as the demise of slavery, the righteous pursuit of freedom for all, and the continued pledge to remember the past and dream into the future. Now, how it is celebrated. Early celebrations involved prayer and family gatherings, and later included annual pilgrimages to Galveston by former enslaved people and their families. In 1872, a group of African-American ministers and businessmen in Houston purchased 10 acres of land and created Emancipation Park, which was intended to hold the city's annual Juneteenth celebration. Today, while some celebrations take place among families in backyards where food is an integral element, because we love to eat, some cities like Atlanta and Washington hold larger events, including parades and festivals with residents and local businessmen and more. The future in America. Okay, you guys check this out. I had to put this up and you're gonna see why, okay? Naming Juneteenth as an official federal holiday offered a symbol of hope. But for many Black Americans, that hope was fleeting. Pledges by well-meaning people and corporations included more diversity and inclusions. I don't know if you guys remember the pledges that were held from corporate America when they were doing their pledges for more diversity and inclusion, meaning more Black people in leadership roles, more so they could be seen and heard, okay? So this here, I put this up. Without Juneteenth, Ruby Bridges would not have had a chance to go to school and be the first African-American student in an all-white school in the South. Now, take a look here. Look at Ruby Bridges. And then this here on the side is a picture of me. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, she looks like she could be my sister. You see this? Ruby Bridges and myself. So without her, I'm grateful for all the ancestors that came before us. We are indebted to them and their courageous attributes and contributions to America. So that's what I wanted to share there, okay? So about the speaker, yours truly, so you guys could get more familiar with who I am. Who's Schneidine? Why did United Way of Connecticut ask me to be a speaker with you guys? Well, here are a few tiny accolades. Myself, I have a background in risk management from 2 corporate companies. I am the CEO of My Millennial Money Magnet LLC. I've been in business for 3 years. I have a deep passion for mothers, women empowerment, women economic rights, and diversity and inclusion. The reason why, because when I was working in the corporate world with these corporations, I was overlooked. I was overlooked a lot. And I was in these meetings and they would be like, why is she here? she should be getting us coffee or something, but it wasn't like that. I was actually one that was making the decisions as to, with our claims or our corporate claims, who's going to be approved or not. And it was with my authorizations that some people get payouts or not. So it was great working with these corporate companies. I am also an award-winning women empowerment speaker, an award-winning community leader. I do a lot of work in my community with Mother's Day, back to school initiatives, things like that, and the creator of Money Talk Monday, where I have a lot of high earners instill educational information to my community. So that's a little bit about me. Let's talk a little bit about financial literacy. What exactly is financial literacy? Well, it's the ability to make smart financial decisions, which result in desired financial outcomes, which simply means making the right financial decisions in your own personal finance, all right? Financial literacy in the community. Let's talk about this. Financial literacy allows adults and youth to make sound decisions regarding budgeting, personal finance management, saving, credit management, student loans, taxes, bankruptcy, investing, and retirement planning. All of this is important. Trends in the United States suggest that financial literacy is even more important due to the emergence of cryptocurrency and the NFTs. What's NFTs, you ask? It's non-fungible tokens. It's also called digital currency, digital assets, and it's becoming very big right now, okay? So 60% of US adults say that the pandemic has highly disrupted their finances, and which is true. A lot of people are now playing the catch-up game. We have to catch up on our finances from 2 years ago, basically. It's been 2 years, right? We just recently started coming outside. I'm outside, right? And with this said, people are playing the catch-up game. So do your best. And like I said earlier, extend yourself grace and ask for help. Parents may not know how to teach their children about financial literacy. And I found that to be true. And most schools don't build financial literacy into their standard curriculum. But guess what? That's about to change, especially now in Connecticut, because Mr. Paris just passed the legislation for financial literacy in high schools, and it is now considered a requirement. So I am so excited about that. Connecticut, yes, we're making great progress. So financial literacy in school, this is going to be now a game changer. And thankfully, I have already started because I send my curriculums in schools now where I teach what I know from kids anywhere from second grade all the way up to college, and parents with parent education. So here are a few of my experiences here. Financial literacy in schools with elementary students, doing virtual conferences in the schools, financial literacy in schools with parents, with teachers, different locations all around as a vendor with the Department of Education in New York City. So now we can talk a little bit about the top 3 financial literacy principles. The first one is budget your money. Can we type in budget your money in the chat? Because this is important. That B word, a lot of people don't know how to do it.
Megan, can you scroll up a little bit on your slide?
Excuse me? Oh, yes, of course. There we go. Great. So the first one is budget your money. The financial literacy principles in general, there are 4 main uses for money. You use money for spending, saving, investing, and giving it away. You said giving it away, Schneidine? Yes, by tithing, by donations, by contributions, by fundraising for different companies. This is how you give money or you contribute to other people. And when you give, when you are a cheerful giver, you're a generous giver, that money comes back to you tenfold, okay? So finding the right balance among these 4 categories is essential. And a budget can be a very useful tool to help you accomplish this goal, okay? Remember, you must pay yourself while you're doing all of this as well, okay? Second tip, this one here is borrowing. This is the second one. So type in borrowing. Yes, yes. Step 2 is borrowing. Not all money is created equal, okay? Not all money is created equal. Why is that? What is credit? Credit is a form of borrowing that gives a customer the ability to obtain something on a promise to repay in the future. You can't just go out here asking people for credit and you never pay them back. Because not only are you in debt to them, but you're also doing yourself a disservice by not paying your credit cards, okay? Credit and credit scores. This is important because I know this is a topic that we have to focus on because there's a lot of people with bad credit out there. And if you guys are hurting with credit, I have some solutions for you that I can just gift to you. It's so easy and I want to help you and implement that. So send me a message and I'll send you a link for that credit part to assist you, okay? I just put up a video too, so I'll help you with that.
Page
When
19,
credit,
we have a quick question.
oh,
Sorry.
sure, go ahead.
What do you mean with not all money is created equal?
Yes, not all money is created equal, because you can borrow from one lender and they could give you a high APR rate. Another borrower or a lender, they could give you money and they want you to pay at such and such time with an even higher APR rate. So you have to be mindful when you are doing your credit or applying for a credit card. Not all of them are created equal, because one APR might be 20%, the other one might be 29.99%. So you have to do your due diligence when it comes to applying for credit cards, applying for a loan, applying for a line of credit, all of that. That's why I mean by all credit and all money is not created equal. Okay. So I'll continue. When we are doing these things with credit scores, when you borrow and certain information is also shared with a credit bureau over time, additional information such as whether you've paid your bills on time, this is important, whether you've also missed any payments because sometimes you didn't get paid, like some people are saying paycheck to paycheck, you didn't get paid, so you have to wait for that payment to be made. All of this shows up in your debt outstanding, okay? And you will also share, they also share with you, with the credit bureau, all of this information. These factors also go into calculating your credit scores, and a number assigned that indicates to the lenders your capacity to repay a loan as reported on your credit rating report. So everything you do, be mindful, it is being recorded, okay? Just like they say, this call is being recorded, well, your credit card is also being recorded, your credit information and how you report, all right? So we're going to continue with the borrowing aspect, the credit score. What is credit and how do they determine credit scores? Well, the credit score starts at 300, just getting started. If you're very new, you're building your credit or you want to rebuild your credit, it could go as low as 300. But the highest score is 900. And the best score you can achieve, which is the magic middle, is considered the 650 range, okay? Now, on the other side, three main types of credit scores. Well, three main types of credit. It's the credit cards, which we just discussed. Also personal or term loans that you're taking out for yourself, or you're going to take something out for you, for your business, a term loan, and also lines of credit. Regardless of the type, remember that all forms of credit come with a cost. Nothing is free, right? Interest usually monthly, okay, monthly fees, and these amounts of the lenders charge for use of their money. So if you're asking for help, you're getting a lender to help you with their credit, best believe they're going to have you pay back with interest, okay? Sometimes interests are higher than others, so you have to be careful. So now you have to plan before investing, all right? So you have to think and plan for your goals. This is important because when it comes to finances, it's such a sticky topic. You cannot ignore your finances because you need it to survive. So you must identify your short and long-term financial goals that will help determine which types of investing and planning approaches may be the most suitable and effective to help you save for your needs, okay? They're said needs, not wants, all right? Plan before investing continues. Here are two approaches to planning your finances. So one, a simple projection. That is a simple cash flow analysis that looks at short and a long-term goal. For example, I can say, hey, I want to take my family to Disney World this summer. How am I going to do that? Okay, how about every time I get paid or every time I do a presentation or something, I put some money aside for that short-term goal. That's what you do. You're planning a vacation. You're planning an experience and memorable experience for your family. This is a short-term goal. You know the date, you're going to book it, the ticket, make sure it happens. Now, here are more detailed plans. A comprehensive wealth plan, also referred to as a financial plan, which helps guide individuals towards achieving more complex financial goals throughout their lifetimes and beyond. For example, if you're going to get a car, you got to know what car you're getting, what the term is, if it's 36 months, if it's 60 months, the insurance, how much you're going to pay for insurance, how much you're going to pay for your monthly car tax, and also car note every single month. On top of that, there are other examples such as purchasing a first-time home. Those are details that you have to go over with a loan professional and also your retailer. So you have to have a detailed plan with that. These are great examples, okay, of simple projection and also detailed plan. All right. Are you guys ready to get into 6 benefits of wealth planning? If you are, say yes in the chat. I see a lot in the chat, but I cannot read it right now. Can't wait.
Well, I've been reading it for you, Snidine. People have questions, people are having conversations.
They are.
Somebody
Oh,
just
that's
said,
great.
"Show me the money." One question that before you go to the next slide was, isn't it, let's see, is cash better?
They always say cash is king.
Is cash the best option for most things?
They always say cash is king, right? And I love having cash. But I found now as a businesswoman that it's good for you to use credit cards. And why am I saying that? I find that because now a lot of credit cards, even secured cards, if you're just starting out, like my credit was so bad, guys, after I got out of my situation, that I had to apply for secured cards. And this is exactly one of the things that I said I wanted to share with you on how I got approved to get secured cards, to get credit, to get business funding. And I can share all of those resources with you for free, okay? Because I don't like to say, oh, this is something that you got to pay me for. No, this is free information that I'm willing to share with you, okay? Because I've been there in my job. I feel like I have to share this with people to get credit cards, to get secured cards, to get funding for your business so you can really live a life of abundance that God created for us, right? And I can share that with you. So I would say credit cards are the way to go. The reason why I'm saying that now is because a lot of credit cards are doing cash back rewards. A lot of credit cards are doing travel bonuses where you can get bonuses for travel, okay? So your flights could be paid. All of these, the points for the gas, the restaurants, the entertainment, all of that. You cannot earn those perks with just cash, unfortunately.
That is a great point. In the chat, they actually wrote that cash back. So cash back cards. I also see in the chat, people are saying cash is good to have, especially for emergencies,
Right.
emergency savings. And then credit cards are useful as long as you don't let the interest drown you. How do you handle your credit cards when you do use them? And are there any recommended ones that you have?
Yes, I have recommended ones. I was saying before that people, they have bad credit. I mean, they were down in the 300s and 400s. I was able to assist them. And I have testimonials on this, guys, that people that were never able to get a credit card from anywhere or ever get approved, they're crossing their fingers, hoping, praying, and wishing, can I get approved? Can I get approved? I got some cards for you. I just recently assisted somebody to get the Capital One Quicksilver secured card. And they didn't know how to do it. So I walked them through the process. I even shared my video with them to get approved. And they said, Schneidine, I cannot believe this is the first time ever I got approved for a card that I've always been denied and so embarrassed with credit cards. And I said, don't worry about it because I've been there. It's such an icky feeling. And I'm able to share that resource with you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot more too that I can share. So,
Yep. Someone said they used to have that card.
and I hope it worked out for them, because after you go from that secured card, after 4 months or 5 months, they are able to give you a much bigger, you transition from secured to a regular credit card, and they give you a bigger amount that you can spend. Okay, so you just got to make sure that you pace yourself and pay them accordingly. All right.
We have
And
one more
Candace,
question.
is there any chance that I would be able, if you guys are able to share maybe the chat with me through email?
Oh, yes.
Or is
Do you?
that just for you guys? I just wanted to ask.
No,
Yes.
absolutely. Can you
Yeah.
see the chat?
Oh, okay. No, I'm not able to see the chat because I'm
Oh.
still in the share screen.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Jeanette is working on that for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Jeanette. Awesome. All right.
And
I know
then
it looks like we have 5 more minutes. Do we?
we
have
do.
time? I think we do. Okay, good.
Time's
We're
flying.
having so much fun. I told you guys this was gonna be fun.
You have one more question, and that is, do you recommend people use those credit repair services to try to negotiate on their own with the credit card companies?
Okay, I would suggest that you could do both. Some people are comfortable working with a credit repair person, and it alleviates stress off of you. If you don't have time, people are busy, they don't want to do that. That's not their niche, that's not their expertise. Give it to an expert, hire an expert. However, some people, if they're very business savvy and they're very equipped with their finances, they can say, hey, I'm able to call up some credit cards, go through this myself. Some people are different. Some people would rather pay. Some people can do it themselves. So it's all about you and your personal preference. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the 6 benefits of wealth planning, because this is so important, guys, and I want you guys to have a great financial future, you know, if we don't ever see each other again. So right here, we have a few of them. More money in your pocket, because we want to have more ching ching in the pocket, right? And how you minimize financial risk. All of these are a part of the financial wealth planning. First, you need to have peace of mind when it comes to your finances. You want to know why I'm saying peace of mind first? Because people are always stressed about their finances. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to take care of my children's student loans? How am I going to pay for a car note? We stress, okay? And we're cracking our brain cells, our little brains, and saying, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay this? And stress about this. But you guys, extend yourself grace, okay? Have peace of mind, plan your finances, okay? Next, increase control over the unexpected, because life is always happening all the time. Okay, you're driving and now you got a flat tire. You got to call AAA or whoever you have to help you out, because now you got to spend like $100 on a new flat. You weren't expecting that, but guess what? If you didn't have money saved up in your savings, your personal checking accounts, you're not able to fix that flat tire, right? Keep in mind, you always have to have a little something in your accounts, because life is always happening. And I promise you, it's going to continue happening. Sustainability. Sustainability is important, because in this earth, everything is happening with your finances. So you got to make sure that you're keeping it together. I'm rushing here. Easy to update. We got 2 more minutes before we go. Updating, you have to update your information frequently to make sure that you are up to date with everything, okay? Let's breeze on through this. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me, United Way of Connecticut. My name is Schneidine, the Millennial Mom Money Magnet. Before we head out, I want to do the S formula with you, and it goes a little something like this, okay? This is my S formula. It's my positive money affirmation that I say to myself daily to keep me flowing in abundance. And guess what? If you like this, you can have it too. And it goes a little something like this. I declare I will dominate over my money. I declare I will make better financial decisions that benefit me. I declare I will thrive in everything I do. I declare financial freedom. I declare I am debt-free. I declare I will open my account and say hi to my money. I declare I will win because I was created to win. If you guys like that, I will put my link here and you guys could get it for yourself as a treat. You could print it out. It's a PDF file. You could copy and paste your picture on it, put it in every place that you are, in your refrigerator, in your mirror, in your household, and say this positive affirmation for yourself. I have it in English and I have it in Espanol as well. I will put my link in the chat so you guys can get it. And I'm Schneidine, the Millennial Mom Money Magnet, and I am done speaking for now. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you so much, Nadine. This was an incredible conversation. Everyone was so engaged. You can see all the comments here. When you stop actually sharing your screen, you'll be able to see the chat and you'll see all the thank yous pouring in right now. So everyone, again, we say thank you, Nadine Michelle, for joining us today, for your time, for all of this valuable, important information. Again, if you want to get connected with Nadine, you can at Nadine Michelle. She's on all the socials. And then also I will post her last slide in our Juneteenth team chat. If you're with United Way, you'll be able to access that. Again, we thank you so much. Remember, this is our second day of a virtual Juneteenth week. The week continues on with powerful speakers such as Nadine Michelle. So again, we thank you for your time and your wonderful energy, Nadine. And I'm sure people will be reaching out to you. This was incredible.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had to make you and I look good together.
You did a great job.
I'm so glad.
All right,
thank you, United Way, for having me.
Thank you, Nadine. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Bye-bye for now.